So I was having some trouble on the University of Waterloo website when my program got a little longer. So I'm going to be giving you guys a link to a different website to run your programs in, but you'll be kind of doing it the same way. I'm going to switch to my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. And you can see it looks a little, well, quite a bit different. This section here is where you're going to paste your program. So I'm going to paste my program in there. I don't need what's on the left. I'm not going to be saving anything. I'm not going to be signing up. I'm just going to run my program in this environment with my program on the left and the results of running it on the right. There's a little run here. If you want to see what happens if you sign up and then save your programs here, you're most welcome to do that. You can do that. It doesn't cost any money. So it's a nice environment to work in, actually. But I think it'll work a lot better than if you try to use this University of Waterloo website, because it just wasn't handling the longer program. Okay, so we're going to talk today about coming up with a score for the player. I've got my 5 questions. They're all in here. And I want to see a score. So if I run it, you can see the question comes up on the right-hand side there. And it says, how can you tell the difference between a moth and a butterfly? Well, I know the answer is B. So it says correct. Uh-oh, it's not printing out. Do I have a mistake here? Yes, look at this. It didn't print out the little bit of information about the antenna. I wanted it printed out. So I need to bring these 2 print lines over to the left, because whether my answer is correct or incorrect, I want them printed out. So if I say save, I have to sign up. Okay, stop. I can run. I don't need to save, don't need to sign up. I can press run again. All right, so now I'm going to say B again. And because I moved those 2 lines to the left, I now see these printed out. Among other uses, butterfly antenna allows some species to sense the powerful pheromones 16 kilometers away. Could you imagine? Could you imagine smelling somebody that far away? That's pretty amazing. Okay, so I got the answer right. I want my score to count that. So I'm going to go back to my program. I'm going to just stop. I'm going to go back here and add a score. So, let me see. I need a variable because we need a place to store the score. And at this point, I'm going to, if I get the answer correct, there's a second thing I want to do. I want the score to equal whatever your current score is plus 1. But there's no current score because this is the first question. And the reason I'm doing current score plus 1 is because you don't know where they're going to get the first answer right. So up here, before I start anything, I'm going to put a value in score. I'm going to say you've got nothing. You've got a 0 score. So down here, if you get it right, you're going to add 1 to your 0 score to get a score of 1. So this line of code, whoops, that didn't block it properly. There we go. This line of code, I want to add to every spot where I could get it correct. Now notice it has to be indented. Just like up here where it was indented and it didn't do it because it thought it was part of the else, we have to indent it if we want it included in the if. So when I do, I'm going to go down and add that to all 5 questions. Okay, that's keeping track of the score internally. But at the very end, when we're all done with the questions, we want to tell them the score. So print, and this is kind of nice. In this environment, it puts my end bracket in for me. I like that. Your score is, comma, score. All right. I'm going to run this. Starts over again. This is all cleared. I don't want this showing up. And let me see. I'm going to get this one wrong this time. A, wrong answer. I still get the piece of information to tell me about those amazing antenna butterflies. And I'm on to question 2. Which of the following cool facts is not true? Ants leave trails and communicate with each other using pheromones as chemical signals. Similar to butterflies, pheromones. Some cicadas can make sounds nearly 120 decibels loud. Oh, that's loud. Silkworms are used as the primary producer of silk. That's kind of weird. Bees are found on every continent. Wow, they all sound so real, but I happen to know that there are no bees on Antarctica. Okay, if I go through all my questions, so crickets make their chirping sounds by, I think they rub their wings together. Okay, I've got 2 right. Number 4, wasps are very interesting insects. You know, one summer I watched a wasp go and dig a hole in the ground, and then he flew just not very far away, a few feet, where there was a spider in his web, and he had a battle with the spider, and he won, and he paralyzed that spider, came back, laid an egg on the spider, put the spider in the hole, and buried him. That was the weirdest thing. So I know that's true. That B is true for sure. Okay, so could there possibly be 5,000 species of the Vespidae wasps, which are the yellow jacket wasps, and all the other ones in that group? And wasps are one of the 3 main groups, including bees and ants of the Hymenoptera order. Well, I know that's true. I know the answer. The answer is they don't all sting. No, wasps don't all sting. Not all of them have stingers. And the last one, the only insect there is the tent caterpillar. And it says your score is 4. Yay. Okay, so I got 1 wrong and I got 4 right. It tells me my score. One more thing I want you to do with this. It's kind of boring just to see your score. I think you should have an if structure. So if score equals 5, print, wow, you really know your stuff. And one thing that we haven't talked about yet is, look at this. What a strange looking thing that is. Else if score is 4, print, only 1 wrong. I can put as many else ifs as I want. If I run this again now without making any more else ifs, I want you to see what happens. Actually, I can do 1 more. Else. I'm going to put an else in here. You can do better. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Run. Again, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to get 3 right. So I'm going to say A. That was wrong. I'm going to say A. That was wrong. So I'm going to get the next 3 right. So let me see. I'm going to say C. That's correct. And I'm going to say A. And that was correct. And I'm going to say C. It says your score is 3, you can do better. So 3 was not one of my options. I picked 5, I picked 4. So 3 came up because it hit the else. I want you to have an option and a different thing printed out for each of you, the 6 possible answers, because they could get nothing right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6 possible outputs. So I want you to use as many else-ifs as you need. You don't have to structure it with an else. You can think about how else you can make that work. See what I did there? All right, so I hope that that is understandable. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I will include the link. This is different than what I went to first, but I'll include the link for you with the assignment so you know where to go to get this environment. It's working much better than a longer program in the Waterloo environment, and it's kind of cool because it helps you out with your end brackets and your indenting. Watch that indenting in the if. Again, let me know if you have any problems. You can email me, you can put in a comment by your assignment in the Google Classroom, and that comes to me as an email as well. Or you can come on Thursday or Tuesday to the sessions when I am there waiting for you to join me. Okay, so we will see what you end up doing. Good luck.